Hey everyone, this is my fourth video in my COVID series. If you haven't seen the others, they're on my Facebook page. They're all less than 10 minutes. Hopefully they're beneficial to some people. I know there's not too many people posting their experience, so I thought it would be a good thing. Quick feedback on me. As I mentioned in my third video, I was released from quarantine on Thursday. I waited till today, Sunday, to actually get out. I went out on a 2-mile run. That went amazing. And I was worried a little bit about how I would feel afterwards, but I feel great, probably better than I have in a long time. I actually feel better than I did before COVID at this point. So really excited about that. Thank you for the prayers. Thank you for all the support. Each one of my videos was a little bit different. The first one's kind of going over all the entire experience of having COVID. The second one was a little bit of my experience with the supplements leading into COVID, because the big point that I'm making in all my videos, it was that I was preparing myself for the experience just in case I did get COVID since March. So I talk about that in each video. I talk about how I prepared a supplement plan. My third video, same thing. I talked about how I prepared myself with exercise and how I dealt with that as well with COVID a little bit. Same with the supplements, how I did, while I had COVID. And then this fourth video today, I wanted to talk a little bit about nutrition. Now, again, I'm gonna keep these short, so this is not gonna be this huge nutritional plan or going into details, but I just wanna kind of touch base a little bit. So biggest thing is, again, in March, I decided to clean up my nutrition. I typically do a pretty good job eating pretty good all day. Sometimes not enough real food. I'm guilty of that. I did try to improve that to some degree through the day, and then I tried to improve my dinner. I try to improve my snacking. I am a promoter of the eating smaller meals throughout the day, kind of keeping blood sugar levels stable, feeling good energy throughout the day, keeping the cravings down by doing so as well later in the evenings. So that's something that I like. I don't always feel like everybody should do that, but that's the way my days typically go. I try to improve a little bit on that every area of that nutrition. I basically started eating less processed food. I have a bad tendency to want to eat potato chips and stuff sometimes in the evening when I'm not doing well with my nutrition. I cut that back. I have to admit that alcohol, even though I'm nowhere near an alcoholic or anything like that, I had a tendency to have 1, 2, sometimes 3 drinks in the evenings. I cut that way back again, starting in March. One thing that helped me, because I think a lot of bad habits are actually more just something that you get used to. It's a habit, but you can easily break it. So I started drinking Heineken Zero. For me, it's actually, again, it's a habit, so it doesn't matter what beer I'm drinking, and I like the taste of Heineken. Heineken Zero, actually what they did is they removed the alcohol from the same ingredients they use in the beer. So what I would do, where I normally maybe would have a couple beer, I would drink 1 Heineken Zero and then 1 Heineken Light. And that would be it, and I would totally satisfy my craving in the evening. I'd basically have 1 very light beer. Some days I would only have a Heineken Zero and don't feel like I would even need a beer. So again, all these things added up, less processed food. Always try to eat some protein with each meal. I think that's important, helps you keep you full, helps maintain muscle. And then I always tell people, eat enough to stay full. The tendency, especially with the snacks, is not eating enough. And then you still get the cravings, you're still hungry. That's not creating the best environment. So as far as my snacks are concerned, I'm wearing the shirt. I wouldn't have to eat my own stuff, but I really like the cups. This is something I created. Usually I do the regular ones. Sometimes I do the pretzel. That's probably our most popular. But I would eat 3 of these high protein cups, 22 grams of protein, 390 calories, and that would keep me full. So that usually was my 10 o'clock. I have breakfast around 6:30. This around anywhere between 9 and 10, depending on my day. And I loved it. We have other bars at the store. There's a few that are not bad, but to be honest, it's not because I made them. I just, out of all of them, I always come back to my own product. So this is what I did. Lunch typically, would be real food, whether it's something that I packed or sometimes it might be a Clean Eats. We got 2 local Clean Eats in Knoxville. There's also some Clean Eat frozen meals that we sell. And then mid-afternoon, I mean, there's days where I would do the cups again. Most of the time, a lot of people that know me know that I promote these Kate Farms Complete. These are really quick and easy. So a lot of times I'd be in consult and stuff. I would just grab one of these, shake it up and drink it. It's about 300 calories, really clean, plant-based, free of all allergens, no sucralose, no junk. Most of these bars and shakes, sucralose, artificial sweeteners, all kinds of junk. So neither one of these choices have any of that stuff, and they both taste really good. And this doesn't even have to be refrigerated. You just literally grab it, shake it, drink it, done, 10 seconds. So again, it's all about simplifying your day, being realistic, limiting processed food, more real food. Again, with the thing with alcohol, I try to do whatever I could to make it sustainable to me. I was making gradual changes, and then kind of like that worked great with the system. And it really worked for me. I mean, that was the easiest that I had as far as a transition to basically almost not be drinking at all. And then when I did get COVID, just with food, I mean, I stepped it up even more of a notch. I mean, COVID does affect your taste buds. People say you don't have any, you don't taste the food. That is actually true. And that one kind of, where most of my symptoms were completely gone within 5 days, that kind of stayed. It's finally now back to normal, I would say. And it's not just not tasting food. You get like a metallic taste in your mouth. So, and you get full fairly easy, and then you don't get as hungry. So during COVID, to be honest, between being quarantined and everything, I cut out on the snacks. I just had breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And it was, it would keep me full anyway, so it didn't really matter. I still made sure that I wasn't in starvation. I kind of know my own caloric intake. I mean, for me, I have to stay above 2,300 to not be going too low. Everybody's different. That's why we have the bot pod that we do. We can, know what that resting metabolic rate, where you need to really be 100 above that to be safe from being in starvation. There's exceptions to that, but that's a number that I try to achieve no matter what the situation is. But yeah, it's not that complicated. You don't have to do anything crazy. Any improvements that you can make right now to set yourself up. Again, in my videos, I talk about it's all these different things, the nutrition, the supplement, the exercise, the mental, the stress, the sleep. As you put all these things together and try to make them as good as you possibly can, that helps prepare you for what if I did get COVID. And it doesn't really matter that there's some people that it doesn't affect as much. You just want to increase your odds. You just want to increase your chances. There is some people that have existing condition, maybe they're overweight, maybe they're older. We know that those are the people that have more issues. So even those people, we obviously would make sense that with you would try to improve everything for sure, as much as you can, as much as possible to you. And then even the other people, the younger people, the completely healthy people, why not try to increase our chances even more so that we deal with the less possible? And again, there's no guarantee, but if you can put things more in your court, it makes sense. So trying to do a little bit of everything. Biggest thing that I take from it right now is I feel better than I have probably my entire life. I mean, everything's just clicking. So I'm really excited about the future. I'm really excited to get back to work, get back to the community. I'm so thankful to everyone. If I could give you all a group hug right now through the internet, because obviously hugging isn't the best thing to do right now, I would do that. So thank you so much. Have a great day.